Hi, welcome to The Conscious Spirit. I'm Pam.
I'm Mari-Lyn, and together we are TCS, Everyday Psychics. And I love that we can do it in unison when we're doing it this way.
Yes. On Zoom, it never seems to work.
Nope, it doesn't.
So, we are paranormal mediums.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we're psychic. You can't be a medium without being psychic.
Nope, that's true. That is true. True.
We're going to do a video on that, the
we
difference,
are.
because people really don't understand the difference between psychic and medium. So we'll do something on that.
There does seem to be a lot of confusion about it. Yes.
We have over 20 years experience with the paranormal. So we bring to you the ghost point of view.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nobody else does. So
nope.
We've taken upon ourselves to make that our job.
Yes. So if you've been watching us, thank you. We're so glad that you're back with watching another video.
We appreciate you so very much.
Yes.
If this is your first time, subscribe because you're gonna love it.
Yes, you are. So what we like I said, the ghost point of view, we like to let you know what they're thinking, what is going on with them. We tend to call them ghosts, Earthies. We like the word earthy.
Earthy.
So it's a person who has left their physical body, their deva, and for many reasons get stuck. Most of the time it's really by choice. I think it's always actually by choice. I think it's all free will. But anyway, so we like to tell you what they're thinking. We think they should all be crossed over and healed. But that's not what happens, and it's certainly not our job to do that without being asked.
True.
So we don't. If you have paranormal activity and you do want it cleared, contact us at theconsciousspirit.net, and we can do that no matter where in the world you are. It doesn't matter. Energy is energy is energy. And
that's true.
Yeah.
And if you do have activity in your home, it's so unhealthy for you, for the spirits. But for you and your family, it can, not only create the chaos and wreak havoc in your life, but it can cause physical illness, depression. It can affect your relationships. It's just not a good thing to live with. Absolutely.
Yeah. And we should probably do a video on that and really talk more in depth about
that's a great idea.
What can happen when you live with activity. So anyway, with all of that said, we've had this requested for quite a while, and we're coming around to it now. Excuse me. Go ahead.
It is really haunted. Evidently this is a man who is recording activity in his own home. Which we just talked about not being a good thing.
Yes. And recording in your home makes it worse. You are provoking or, it's just never, we always tell people, do not ghost hunt in your own home. It's not healthy for anyone.
It's not. And if you're just ghost hunting, if you're interacting, encouraging, provoking, however it comes about, you are not going to calm it down, get rid of it by doing that. It's going to increase. And I have to say, why you would record all this and then put it on YouTube, to me, that's a little, I'm not. Do you know what I get when you say that?
What? A
big red flashing neon ego.
Oh, yes.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But that's what I got.
Yeah. So I don't understand that. However, we will go into this. We're going to do 3 videos. We're going to start with the very first one they did. Apparently it was like 3 years ago.
June of 2019.
And then pick one somewhere in the middle, and then their most recent one. So we'll do 3 of them. Because they're pretty short.
They're pretty short. And we will see the progression in the activity.
Yes. And I'm sure there will be.
I'm sure there will be.
Yeah. So,
yes.
Okay.
Woo.
Is there anything else? If you would like to be on our mailing list.
Yes. You can find us at theconsciousspirit.net and do the contact and let us know you want to be on that
and
email
put your
list.
real name, please, when you send us and ask to be on the list. And because we are multidimensional energy healers, so
we are teachers.
We are teachers. Yes. So we do a lot of other things other than just paranormal. So check us out there and get on our email list so we can send you. We're going to start doing some group healings and maybe some meditations, etc. It's not going to be a whole lot, but a couple a month. And so we'd like to let you know about them so you can join if you'd like.
Yeah, and that's about all we'll be sending you. We will not be sharing your email with anybody, so you can rest assured on that.
Yes. So thank you for requesting these. This time, I think I remember because he had just Dan W. Thank you, Dan. That was the latest one. I know there are people before because they've been on our list to get to, but and I'm sorry if I don't remember. We always say we need to write those down, who requests them, and we just never do. But a lot of these are from so far long ago. I know. Yes. What can we say? All right. So thank you for these requests.
Yes.
And we will go into this objectively. We just talked about we don't like it when people record in their homes. Living with activity is never healthy, etc. But we will go into this objectively and bring you the ghost point of view and sort of let you know what's going on. So there's no judgment there. This video is really to sort of see what's going on and let you know.
Yeah.
So, all right. Oh. Allergy season here.
Yes, it is. And today is very overcast. It's very humid. And we are both having allergy flare-ups right now. Yes. So, yeah.
Whew. All right.
Ugh.
Yes. All right. So here we go. Whew.
It says like 3 o'clock in the morning, it looks like.
Okay. Just saw something fly by. It doesn't mean it's anything. I do feel a little energy, but nothing.
Yeah, I feel, I was going to point, y'all can't tell what I'm pointing at. There's a door, and then looking at it to the left of the door, I can feel energy there. Doesn't feel like an earthy, it just feels like energy.
Yeah, I'm getting some energy. I kind of like that there's no talking or anything, then we can sort of talk and not have to stop the video.
Yeah, that is nice.
What I'm getting is a lot of, I don't know if it's these particular people or maybe someone who lived here before, but I'm getting a lot of turmoil. Lots of turmoil, a lot of which builds up energy. And you guys have heard us talk about like balls of energy, because it all sort of comes together and sort of floats around, and I can feel that. It's still nothing to, at the moment.
Replay. I missed something.
Oh, the curtain's moving?
Curtain's moving.
I don't get paranormal with that. Even with the door. I'll look.
I have to say I don't either.
Certainly not an earthie or a ghost. Like I don't get a conscious spirit. That could be the energy moving around.
So the energy that I mentioned earlier, I still feel it in that same space, but it is moving, like
okay, yeah,
into the wall, maybe into the other room. It's just moving back and forth. I haven't felt it move anywhere in that.
But that could
looks like
create
a landing or something.
And that can, okay, that was it for that one.
Oh,
all right. So that was a quick little clip. So that was apparently the very first one they put out.
Yeah.
That really, to me, just felt like, again, like energy. And energy can move things. It doesn't have to be a conscious spirit to do that. And when you were talking about like the moving, energy has a vibration. That's what energy is, right? And feeling that turmoil, the it's like anger that's been held in. Like I'm not getting a lot of shouting, a lot of yelling, anything. It's turmoil that's been held in, and that can be the beginning of a poltergeist. Did I feel a poltergeist here? No. Does that mean there isn't one? Not necessarily. However, in watching that clip, but the energy, so the ball of energy stays in that vibration of turmoil, and it moves. It moves, and it can, like you were talking about, how it kind of comes in and out, and that can create wind, for a light. So that could have like moved the curtains, had the door open, etc. I'm
not 100% that is what caused the curtain and the door.
Because there are a lot of things that can cause that as well.
A lot of things.
Yeah.
You had said something about someone that had previously lived in the home.
Oh, when we were opening space, I did.
And in watching that, feeling that energy, that really landed for me. Because I was trying to feel, okay, so could this energy be the beginnings of a poltergeist from someone living in the home, and that just didn't fit. It did not feel right. Now, could it take on some of the energy of these people?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It feels like it's, that it's been here probably longer than they have.
Yes. So when we opened space, I think I did say something here, whether it's them or maybe someone that lived there prior. When we opened space, there was this feeling of that it's been there a long time. Maybe someone that lived there before. Could have even just been someone living on that land, or, I mean, there's all sorts of, just because a house isn't there doesn't mean that you're not, the energy is not there.
Exactly.
So, yeah. All right. So we will move on to, if you're done.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll move on to the next one.
To the next one.
All right. Okay. So here's the next clip. The title of this one is Vlad the Impaler haunting my family?
No.
No. No. But this is a great, just from reading the title of this, what comes up for me, and I know for you as well, is when you live in activity, you become so paranoid, and that's part of living in the vibration of fear. So if they've gotten to the point that they think Vlad is there haunting them, they're really paranoid. That paranoia and the fear has just engulfed them. So yeah. Anyway, this is the one we're going to watch. It was from a couple years ago, and the first one was, I think they started 3 years ago. This one is 2 years, so we might end up doing even 4 videos. I know we first got 3, but
well, we'll have to see how this progresses along. I want to say about the that vibration of fear and the paranoia. It can start off so subtle that you don't even realize that you're living in fear. Until all of a sudden you think maybe Vlad the Impaler is haunting your home.
And I want to know why they think that. So I'm sure we'll find out within this clip what makes them think that Vlad would be there.
I don't know.
So
we'll see.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. Oops. Okay, ready.
All right, let's go. Oh, this one has sound.
Hey guys. So over the last few months of spirit communication, we've noticed a pattern. We're constantly hearing the name Vlad come through on portal sessions and EVP.
Okay, stop. So they're doing spirit communications in whatever way that EVPs, yes, but however that. So they're encouraging activity. They're encouraging. And when we've talked about this too, if that is your energy, if your energy is there's something in my home and it's scary and it's this and it's that, you're going to attract that to you. That's the way it works. That's just the way it works. That's why you've heard us talk many times about we go in the vibration of love.
And okay. Did they really hear the word Vlad? I have to question that.
Yes.
Because as you've also heard us talk about, with those EVPs and the other communication devices, if it's picking up sound through the dimensions, it distorts, it changes. There's no way to know for sure that what you're hearing is really what's being...
Not when you're doing it that way.
There's so many things that could sound like Vlad.
And also spirits will trick you. We talk about that all the time. And if they know that's going to scare you, let's say they did say Vlad and whoever the homeowners went, immediately the spirit's like, gotcha. Now I know how to scare the hell out of you. And that's what they'll do.
That's true.
So
there's a lot going on around there.
So I'm assuming this is the homeowner, right?
I'm presuming. I am presuming so.
So, all right.
All right, let's see what he has to say.
All right.
Generally, it always sounds Romanian. So a few nights ago, me and Stacey did our first Ouija board session in the house, and the results were pretty amazing. It seemed to give out enough information to allow us to do some research. And more importantly, we got a lot of help from you guys, so thank you for that. Basically, all roads have led to one name, and this sounds wild, but Vlad Dracula.
So a lot of help from you guys. So they put this up on YouTube, and then you have viewers saying, oh, it could be this, it could be that, it could be whatever.
That's what it sounds like.
Fueling the fire, fueling the fear, fueling whatever is
fueling the energy that's in the home.
Yes, yes.
Hoo-wee.
Yes. And that paranoia.
Yep.
And when you start reaching for answers like that, you're already in trouble. I have to say. When
you're reaching for those kinds of things, you're going to find it even if it's not there.
Yes. It's going to be attracted to you. Yeah. And they know they've got, and it's just this cycle, this never-ending cycle when you start doing this kind of stuff. And it will get bigger and bigger and bigger. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't understand doing this anyway, I'm not going to go there. I don't want to bring judgment here. So, okay. Let's continue.
Vlad Tepes or Vlad the Impaler. I think to myself, surely it can't be Vlad the Impaler. We cannot be being haunted by Dracula. So during the Ouija board session, me and Stacey was told that the spirit had followed us back from Romania. He also said that he liked it here and he didn't want to leave. He made reference to my youngest son Jacob, who I believe the attachment is with. I've actually been to Romania a few times, 3-4 times, back in the days when really haunted hosted events. I've been to...
Whoa! So there are children involved. Okay. You know, as adults, I still don't recommend you doing any of this stuff, but when you knowingly put children in harm's way, I really have an issue with that. You do not bring... Now, I don't know how... Maybe they're teenagers or something. I don't know, which makes it not quite as, you know...
I could be wrong. I thought I heard him say 12-year-old son brought back an attachment.
Okay. All right. Again, I've talked about this many times. I have some hearing loss, and with the accent, it can be really hard. Even if I turn on, you know, when they throw the words up there, whatever.
Well,
those
aren't even accurate sometimes.
Right.
With accents.
But that's just another thing for me to have to 3D.
Right.
So I don't want to read anything, because that's looking at the video, reading, and trying to be in the energy. So anyway. Okay. So, yeah, let's.
Okay.
And then Ouija board. Come on, people. Don't do this stuff in your home.
Don't do it
This
at home,
is
please.
just
Yeah.
beyond what I understand. I can't. Okay, and I leave the judgment out because we're going with the ghost point of view. We're going to see what's there. And it's possible that the son may have come home with some sort of energy attached. We are going to do a video on that.
About attachments.
Yes.
About being jumped. About just bringing home the energy, because you can bring home the energy without actually having attachment.
Yes. Everyone as people, you sitting here watching this, you, I'm sure, have energy of somebody stuck to you. It's just the way it works. It just is. Yeah. It's the way it works. We all have attachment. I'm going to sort of air quote that. But yeah. All right, let's keep going.
Okay.
I have to get over being irritated.
To Vlad's real castle, which is called Pam Mari-Lyn Castle. A lot of people get confused thinking Bran Castle was actually Vlad the Impaler's, but he...
Okay, those castles don't have anything that old in them. They have a lot of energy that old, but the actual...
Yeah, I do believe from what we felt, Vlad is not in that castle.
No, Vlad
has crossed over.
Yes. So, again, they're just scaring themselves.
It was actually nothing to do with him. That's just all the myth from the Dracula films and what have you. So Pam Mari-Lyn Castle is actually accessed by 1,500 steps, and it's a killer to get to. Me and Jacob climbed the steps albeit me a lot slower. We also visited Snagoff Monastery. That's where, allegedly, Vlad's headless body is buried in the monastery. Got pictures of Jacob, myself, guess.
Okay, I'm gonna stop.
It's a pretty...
When your spirit leaves your physical body, your deva is left there. You're just not there. So I know that this sort of thing that's been built up that the body that's it's not at rest or whatever. It's just, can it happen? Sure. A spirit can stay around their physical body. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
But typically that's a soul piece or a shattered piece. It's not a conscious spirit that hangs. What is there for you? Once you're done with this body, you get to go off and do other things, even if you're stuck. So that's a whole nother thing. I'm going to write that down because we probably need to put that on our list of things to talk about too. All right.
Spectacular place. So I'm racking my brains thinking, what is the actual chance that we've picked up an attachment from Romania, forgetting that it's like an important historical figure. I guess it's possible, but is it Vlad the Impaler? I don't know. Maybe the spirits are playing with us. I've no idea. But tonight I'm going to use the teddy bear, the Rem bear, and we'll see if we can get some answers. Okay guys, so we've got the teddy bear set up, same as before. Something goes near it, something activates it,
Dang.
the alarm goes off. I've got a couple of pages of questions. We've got Wikipedia ready, so I'm just going to ask random questions. I'm going to put some trick questions in and we'll see what happens.
Trick question? Okay, I have to get in there.
I'm calling out to Vlad. If you're here, I would like to communicate with you. I'm going to ask you some questions, and if the answer to those questions is...
I get over and over again, I fooled him, I fooled him, I fooled him, I fooled him.
I was getting similar. I didn't get that verbiage, but I just got this excitement of
Yeah, because that's how Earthies feed. They feed by scaring you, by keeping that energy low and in that vibration. That's how they're able to stay and do whatever it is that they want to do. So I do feel an Earthie, actually. I think it's an Earthie. It's a conscious spirit anyway, and I will feel into that more and see what or whom it is. But there is something conscious there that's going to be answering. It's not Vlad.
It's not Vlad.
No.
It's not even as old as Vlad.
No.
I'm just so,
No.
I'm like giddy. I've picked up that.
Yes, you have.
Like that. I'm so giddy.
Yeah. All right, let's keep going.
Yes, please step towards the bear at the side of me, here. And if you step over to it and can hear it, the alarm will go off.
So loud. Sorry, everyone, that's so loud. It's really so much louder than his voice.
It is.
And there's
It's
nothing
obnoxious.
we can really do about that.
What I wanted to say is he's actually giving clear direction.
Yes.
If it's a yes, do this. So rare.
So, yes.
People don't do that. They'll just ask a question, they'll get a beep and go, oh, that's a yes.
Right.
Or, oh, that's a no. Well,
Yeah.
so
okay.
I'm glad he's
At
least giving clear instruction. Okay.
It won't hurt you. It will just let me know that you're talking to me. So, was you born in England?
Yes. Is what I got. Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Was you born in Romania?
No.
Was you born in Hungary?
They're taking him down.
See, what a lot of
path
people don't know with
Vlad.
that. That's why I asked that question, because that's random.
They're taking him down.
Vlad was born in Sigurdsora. Back when he was born, that was actually a part of Hungary. It was much later that Transylvania became a part of Romania. Did you have any brothers? Did you have 2 brothers? Did you have 3 brothers?
Okay, so I'm going to stop here. You're getting something different than I'm getting.
I'm
think.
sorry. I am totally 3Ding,
Oh, okay.
laughing at.
Okay.
Did you have brothers? Did you have 2 brothers? Did you have 3 brothers? Well, how many people in the world have brothers?
And especially, well, okay, I'm not going to go there. I'm
Yeah.
going to stick with what I, yes. This is really, unfortunately, filling a need for this gentleman. This is, we've talked about this before too. This is called trauma bonding. He has bonded with this spirit out of a need to feel needed, a need to feel needed. Yeah, it's needed. This gentleman here, and that's what's happening. Is he has bonded, and we see that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
A lot. We have had people call us because they have activity in their home, and then like on the day that we're supposed to go, they call and cancel, or we just don't hear from them again, something. And it's because when it becomes a reality, oh, this is going to be gone out of my life, there's a real feeling of sorrow and loss, and they don't want it to be gone because it's become a friend. It's become, even as frightening as it, there's a comfort to it. And that's what this gentleman has done. He has connected with not necessarily the spirit itself, but having something that you can feel. It takes all of his energy every day. He's thinking about this thing and how it can get to know what it is, and etc.
And the connection that happens in this scenario, as opposed to human to human, really can be so much deeper, because no one else can see it. So you're like in your own, you're all up in your own head trying to connect with it, trying to figure it out. It's very isolating. And so that connection can become so
It's like an abusive
strong.
relationship. It's very abusive. It just does like domestic violence, but it's a little different than that, but it's the same sort of theory. And then the spirit can also become very attached to you as well, causing that spirit to not listen to its guidance, to not cross over himself, to be he or she, to be healed. So it can become a very ugly relationship.
It's very codependent.
Very codependent. Thank you. Very codependent. On both are very codependent, and they come together. So this is really very sad. You can feel that with him. And I'm not going to go further into. He has not asked me to look into anything or whatever. I'm not going to cross that boundary. Fred is here saying, "Stop. You've gone far enough." So it's not ethical for me to look any further into him, but that is what's happening.
And just with that, the information you got from him is information that it's just there.
Yes, yes.
So it's not at all like you have gone in looking into this man. It's just there.
Anything from here on into this man would be me stepping over his free will and his boundaries, and that's just not ethical, and I won't do that. So we're gonna stop there. But there is that trauma bonding happening, that bonding has happened.
And you can feel it.
Yes. I haven't felt it on the spirit side yet. There's something there. He is the spirit is attracted to him because he's feeding off that.
And very excited that he's got him hooked into this storyline.
Because he enjoys that too. So I guess, So yes, I take back what I just said. The spirit has begun that bonding process as well, because he gets these sessions with him.
Although I will agree, it's not equal.
Correct.
It is not.
Good. Okay.
It's,
so you get more from the human.
Yeah.
All right. Let's keep going. Ooh, that's just
I believe. Vlad was the second son of 4 brothers. Vlad, was you born in 1431? That's correct.
Do you see how he's just being led down a path to believe that? Because if this guy thinks it's Vlad, he's going to continue to communicate with him.
How many times was you the Prince of Wallachia? Please step to the bar and make it light as many times as you was the prince. Step to the bar. I might be murdering that. He might not understand what I'm saying. Wallachia. Was you the Prince of Wallachia? Yes. Am I saying that one correct? If you can post below and let me know. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. I might be murdering it. Did you have a brother? And was his name?
I'm going to stop.
Rad.
What Fred was just, I was conversing with him. So one of the things about, we're all energy, as you know. We talk about that all the time. And the spirit can tell. So what Fred is showing me, like with a pendulum, you have to be really careful with pendulums, because the pendulum is going to pick up the yes or no that you want it to be. So I want it to be a yes, so it's going to come up a yes. So the spirit can judge by his vibration that he wants a yes with this. He wants a no with this. This is where he wants me to go. And that's also a very codependent thing, right? Like, I want to do what you want me to, because then you'll love me, or then you'll be with, like, there's really that bonding going on here. Yeah. Yeah. All right.
This isn't real. How can this even be possible?
Oof, that's really annoying.
Vlad, lots of people think you was evil because of what you did. Was you evil? You said when we were speaking the other day that you was misunderstood. The terrible things that you did you do them because you needed to do it? See, that was super quick then.
Because you needed to do
Did you do it for your people?
So there's something that we're not seeing here that I'm getting, is that this entity, this spirit, this Earthies, definitely an Earthie, been around a long time, I think.
An English chap, I guess.
English chap, yes. Oh, I just lost it. Damn, sorry. It wasn't your fault. Oh, he has made, so the spirit has made this human think that he is Vlad, but he's not going to hurt him. So there's been some conversations outside of this session that we're having here, and so there is that part of it. What I'm being shown right now, it's so funny the way Fred brings stuff, but like people who want to interact with crocodiles. That's what I'm getting, is they don't think, or any wild animal, people that even have like tigers going through my head now, you have these animals in captivity and you don't think they're going to hurt you. And you get to the point where you feel you're so bonded, that trauma bonding is happening, that bonded, it's filling some need in you, and you automatically assume, well, that crocodile or that tiger or that spirit feels the same way, and they're not going to hurt me because I would never hurt them. There's this feeling of being safe that they give, but just like a wild animal, a spirit, they're hurting you. Like this spirit is hurting him. It's a kind of a mutual thing here, but yeah. So that's really, this gentleman thinks that he's dealing with Vlad the Impaler, and Vlad's not going to hurt him. Look how comfortable he is just sitting there. Yeah.
I don't care to communicate with Vlad the Impaler myself.
No.
Yeah.
And Vlad has had many other lifetimes since then, by the way. He's doing his own thing. But anyway, yeah. All right.
Interesting.
Yes. So thanks, Fred. All right. Oh, that noise.
Vlad, did you die in 1447?
Seeing the reaction the spirit gets from the human, he did something good.
Get a picture
He
of
did it well.
And he feeds off of that higher vibration.
Yeah.
And this dude's going to be so exhausted after this.
Vlad, I've got a picture in my hand. If that's you, like the teddy bear. This is pretty incredible to me. This is mind blowing. I don't know if
When the guy had his reaction, I got this picture of the English chap. He did one of those side heel kicks.
Yes.
That was hilarious.
believe it. How can Vlad the Impaler be haunting me?
He's not.
You shouldn't believe it.
This is either genuine or this is a mischievous spirit that's playing with us, toying with us. But I'm looking forward to exploring all possibilities and maybe even heading out to Romania, I don't know. Please let me know what you think about this video down below, and thanks for watching, guys.
All right. So that was, there was a lot in that one.
Wow.
Yeah, so yeah, there was a lot to that one. I think we probably said everything that needed to be said.
I think so.
Yeah. So we will
Yeah. At least the guy's kind of reasonable in, he might be trying to trick me.
Yes. However, you don't see him stopping or...
No, and then he goes on to say, I'm looking forward to further researching this.
Yes.
He has no intentions of trying to clear his home. Which,
no.
Again, if you have activity in your home, please do not engage with it. Do not try to
It's not a real
ghost
relationship.
Hunter. It's not. It's so unhealthy.
It's very abusive. Yeah. Very abusive.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll find another one and okay, so we're gonna do, this would be the third one, and then we will do the
most recent?
The most recent one.
Okay.
The clips are so small that we can do more of them. So we started with one that was 3 years ago, that's when they started, or we did the very first one, I guess. And then one from 2 years ago. Now this will be 1 year ago, and then we'll do the most recent.
The most recent. This one says, warning, real ghost attack caught on camera.
Okay, so we'll see. We'll see what's going on here.
Okay.
All right. So far, my heart is really hurting for this family. Because especially this gentleman, he's really become attached to it. It's become the central focus of his life. And that's just not healthy. And it's not healthy for his family, for his children. You know, you need to be the dad and the husband. And there's a real feeling that he, you know, if it's not already, the marriage is going to start suffering. If it's not, I'm guessing by this time, the marriage is already suffering from it.
Could be, yeah.
Which doesn't mean a divorce or anything like that, but it's suffering because when you, let's face it, it's like having
a mistress.
Yeah. That's where your energy is going, and it's not healthy at all. So.
And I want to say, while he is attached to it, he does not have an attachment. There's...
Oh, good point.
So different. He does not have an attachment. I don't feel that he has an attachment.
I don't think anyone does.
But he is attached to the energy. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think when he talked about what's coming through is when he talked about his son bringing something home. I think his son, what's coming is there was something happened that really frightened the son.
Okay.
When they were wherever they were, and he said he came home with attachment. This was, I think, the last video. And what he really needed was his energy to be cleared. And that doesn't take long, and it just gets rid of all the lower vibration. But if you're coming home with that low vibration into a space with lower vibration, it just gets bigger.
And remember from the first video, there was that low vibrational energy in that home already. Yes. So, you know, you're just adding on top of that. Yeah. So, yeah.
All right. So here we go.
So tonight things have took like a more violent, we've never had anything like this before. About 1 a.m. I got up to go to the toilet and the loft hatch came down again, but this time it hit me on the head. And that's like a solid piece of wood, really hit me on my head. It's about 7 a.m. now.
I want to stop real quick. as you can see, the activity does build over time because he is allowing it, he's feeding it, it's become part of and that's what happens. It becomes more and it grows and it can become.
What just came was it becomes insatiable.
Yes. Yeah. So clearly that's what's happening. All right.
It hit my head, hit my wrist. My wrist is kind of sore. Luckily, we've caught it on camera. I've watched it. It's terrifying. So I'm going to play that now for you and then we'll carry on.
So clearly when he was walking out of the bedroom, I'm guessing, he was waiting for something to happen. So he was absolutely drawing it to him. Whatever that was. Now, I don't feel the entity did that. I think it was the energy. It's just plain energy. That's it. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. And actually, this is, I think, just a different view of that first video we watched, right?
I think so. I think that door, of course, y'all can't see it.
Yes.
But the door that we're looking straight ahead at is where we were looking.
Yes,
in
and
that
over
very
here
first
would
video,
be
the window. Yep.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Which means right where that.
Yeah, there's a lot of energy that has just sort of.
It lives in that corner.
Yeah.
Not to say it doesn't move about the house, but it really.
Well, I tend to think it stays there.
Pretty close to.
Yeah. I mean, it can go around.
Right.
It's energy, but there's this sort of, you can see the grids sort of drop there. And so it settles. Like anything will set you pour water on the floor. If the floor is not bound, it just goes. So that's what energy does too. And it just finds its way to the lowest spot. And for whatever reason in the home, that's a really low spot for energy.
So with the energy that we're talking about, and his attachment to, well, he's attached to this energy, but with his real attachment to the earthy that is there, that builds that energy that is living in that corner, and it just
and with that attachment comes he could be creating a poltergeist.
He could,
absolutely could be creating that. And this looks like maybe the start of that, the way he's walking in fear. So he comes out of there, you can see he comes really slow, like waiting for something to happen. Well, that energy triggers, his energy triggers the energy here, which he's already in tune with. They're already vibrating at the same vibration. And like we've said before, that's why we talk about don't do rituals to protect yourself, because when you say, I have to be protected, that means something's coming for you.
Right. You want to bring your vibration up to that of love.
Yes.
And certainly not what's going on here.
No. All right. Very interesting. Okay.
Okay, that's got to be slow motion.
Yeah. Even slower than...
25% speed.
Fucking hell.
Is that like the attic, the door to the attic?
I think so, yeah.
Something like that, or some sort of space.
As you can see, it's literally pitch black. We're on night vision. I'm walking to the toilet and you don't even hear a sound. That's the worrying thing about it. Like the previous video we had, it was rattling, it was making all sorts of noises. But I was just walking to the bathroom, looking at floor, you know, because I'm in pitch black. And it just hit me out of nowhere. Really hurt. Really hurt. I went back into the bedroom. I didn't have balls for to go up into the attic. I think I'm going to go up later on when the sun comes up. What the fuck was that? Things have gone weird. Super weird. The fuck?
That's all his energy. I'm not getting the earthy
I agree.
moving stuff around.
He is in so much fear.
Oh my God.
that- yeah.
He's pushing things. Yeah. There's a real like communication thing that happens between your energy and energy that's in the house when it's on the same.
I just don't know how.
vibration.
I'm lost for words now. Everything's
Yep.
going crazy at the minute.
And this is what happens. It goes crazy.
All that shit. Literally just ended up in sync. I looked at it about 15 seconds, 20 seconds ago. Do it again. Do it again while I'm watching. Okay, now shaking.
He's in a different
Do it.
vibration.
Do it now.
It's already happened, and now
You do
we're
things
in fight, and it's not
when we're not
pushing the
expecting it
energy
and we're
the
not
way that it
looking.
was.
That's a coward. There's no fucking strings or anything. Let me cereal out of that when I got up. Tonight is proper shit me up. Yeah, we're experiencing more violent activity now. It's never been like this. Everything we've experienced, it's just been, I'd call playful. Scares you, but I've said in many videos and I've never, in comments, I've never felt like physically threatened by it. I've never felt like it was going to hurt us. I've always thought it was just a playful spirit, but tonight with that falling and hitting me on my head, I don't know anymore. I know one thing, I'm going to ring the church up today. I'm going to tell them what's happened and see if we can get something sorted where they come out, even if, you know, we're out of the house and they do the blessing. I don't care. I've seen a lot of comments of people talking about buying sage, so I'm going to get some of that. But if any of you can
that's not gonna
explain
do anything.
what I actually do with that, that'd be great, because I have no idea. Because I'm running out of ideas now, and you know, things are getting out of hand. I'm going.
All right. So here's with sage crystals, that kind of thing. That's not going to get rid of a spirit. It's not going to. I think we've talked about this before. It'll cleanse like the outside of your aura. It can help bring up the vibration, but it's not going to clear your wounding, your trauma, your bonds. It's not going to do inside what you need it to do. This gentleman really needs to heal, whether I would say energy healing with some sort of talk therapy. He needs to really have that. The whole family most likely needs all of that by this time. Yeah. Sage is a great way, after you've had your house cleared, after you've been cleared, to go around with sage. We use high vibrational water, or just walking around with intention. And you walk through your home and you try to keep it at that high vibration. It's not going to raise everything up to that vibration. It's just sage. It's just not going to do it.
And I want to say about walking around with your intention. Even if you're using sage, you're using crystals, you're using water, you still need that intention behind it.
Yes.
So the intention that you have while you're using these other tools is so important.
Yes, very important. So, yeah,
that was a big, heavy board. I'm surprised, but glad it didn't cut his head open.
Yes. Yeah. But I didn't feel the spirit do that.
I did not either. To me, it totally felt like that ball of energy.
Yeah. Yeah. And it just lands in the house, sort of down. It just sort of pools or puddles right in a certain, and his energy just taps into that, and it taps into his. It's this real synergy thing that's kind of going on. The same thing happens with high vibration too, but high vibration, that takes a lot of work to stay up at that. Yeah,
it does. So he was talking at one point about that board, and it sounded to me like he was saying on another day it was bouncing and making noise.
Oh, okay.
Rattling.
I thought that might have been what he was saying, but the accent and stuff, I wasn't quite sure.
Yeah. And it wasn't worth interrupting because I'm not positive that's what he was saying. But if that's what he was saying, that energy has been building and building, and he's not paying attention.
Nope.
He's not doing anything about it.
Nope.
And
he actually likes it.
Yeah.
He can say that he would not be doing it for this. He likes it, which is another thing that happens when you live in that type of activity. You begin to count on it as a force in your life, as a person.
As you could see when he walked out, he was really expecting something.
Yes.
So he's known that has been moving and rattling, and it's just a matter of time before it falls out.
Right. Yes, and with all of the videos that he has on there, and we've watched 3 videos. 2 of the videos are in that same part of the house. So things are happening there. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So this is the final one. This is the most recent, and the final one for us. So this is the 4th.
So, OMG, what a crazy night in my haunted house.
Okay.
All right.
Let's see what we got here.
All right. Ready. So he thinks it's demonic. what happened to Vlad?
Yeah. Oh yeah. What did happen? So he must have maybe veered off that thought.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
Hey guys, hope you're all well. So I'm just about to get my head down. I'm sleeping down here tonight. But before I put the camera on the tripod, I know a lot of people have been asking kind of how all this began, you know, the history of it, and if I've had like any paranormal. Always when I start. Yeah, if I've had like any type of paranormal activity throughout my life before this. So just have a quick 5 minutes, like I said. When I was younger, I think at my grandma's, my uncle had been telling me that he saw something in the bedroom when he was a kid. I said, yeah, he kept saying he'd seen a ghost. He described it. He said it was a man in a raincoat. And I think that night or a couple of nights after, I saw the exact same thing in the bedroom. Now that is probably down to suggestion and me being scared shitless with what he said. At my mum's house, I must have been 10, 11. I thought that I saw something in the sky. It was there for, it seemed like 5-10 minutes, but it was probably seconds really. And that's really it really in terms of any activity from my childhood. Stacey has only ever mentioned that she saw one ghost at a nana's one night, which a nan knew about. Stacey was downstairs. I think a nan was in the kitchen, but she didn't know. And the stairs was like an open plan up over the top. And she saw a lady walk past in like a white nightgown. And she called to a nan, but the lady kept walking. And nan came out of the kitchen after she called for her, and she said, "Oh, so you've seen such a body?" I can't remember her name. Anyway, we had Olivia, and in terms of any kids having any weird experiences, it's Olivia. Our first house, we actually moved into a property that was next door, as in it was a terraced house, and on the end next door to us was a funeral home, and we did have some weird things happen in that house. Not in terms of hauntings, there was nothing going on around the house. It was mainly connected to Olivia. We'd go upstairs, walk into the bedroom, and she'd be sat on the windowsill talking, and we'd say like, "Who you talking to?" And she said, "There's a woman next door who..."
The conscious spirit in his home, like this has really become him doing these sessions, just talking to the camera. That when I say a session, that's all it needs to be, is like this. He really looks forward to those times. Like that's a time that he really gets to bond with this gentleman, that he really gets to spend time with him and makes him feel wanted, and makes this guy feel like between the two of them, this relationship has really built to something that they both want. And the spirit, there's a, they can, the activity riles up right after a while. This is, excuse me, been several years, and it's more and more and more, because it needs to be. There's a sense of, if he doesn't keep creating more activity, then this guy's just not going to want him around.
He'll just get used to it, and he won't
Right.
It'll just
It
become
won't be special
part
anymore.
of every day.
Yes. Yeah.
You notice how the demeanor of this man, how his energy is different
Yes.
in this
Very
video.
different.
He's distracted. He's very low energy. He feels to me disorganized in his head.
Yes.
Discombobulated even.
Yes.
A direct result of living with that activity in your
Yep.
home.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, he's really suffering
Yes.
emotionally and
Yes.
mentally, and
Yeah. And doesn't see it.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. And I would put money on the fact, I'll bet his wife has told him to stop numerous times.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of likes it too, though. I mean, there's a part of it that this is part of their life now.
Mm-hmm.
So she's
would agree.
accepting it or something, but she'd like him to, and he is just in it. That's that bond that's happened.
It's obsessive.
Yes,
Yeah.
good word. Yes.
Obsessive.
Yeah.
Compulsive. Even.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very addicting.
Addicted. I was just yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
He's coming seeing me. That did scare the absolute shit out of me. Really, really badly. And then that was it really. It was could have swore I'd have seen something go past then. Yeah, that was it. I'd never really been interested in ghosts or anything. Then Most Haunted started. We used to watch that. We actually used to enjoy the live ones. That was on for years, and I was looking for something to do, a new job. So we set an events company up, Really Haunted. That did really well. We were one of the first start East Drive. Finished up like some weeks we was doing 3 events a week there, and just staying there for them 3 nights. I never really had much activity happen at East Drive. It was one of them places, I think it's hyped up a lot more than it actually.
So, is he talking about like ghost hunting? Like he's going out something with a job?
Think so.
Yeah. Yeah. So he is doing this. Like we wondered. It's like, why are you doing this and putting it? So there's a part of it that's all wrapped up into him liking to feel needed and like he's doing something. He likes the attention of it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I don't know what's. I'm gonna wait to say this.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait. I want to see.
Is now, I believe the story, the original thing, but in terms of anything that's left there now, I think it's gone, or it's just not bothered anymore. I think it's too overdone. The only real thing that happened at East Drive, all the guests had gone one night, and before the drive was about an hour away from my house, so I'd gone to the toilet, and I always made sure the doors were shut upstairs.
I am not
while I was
sure.
in the bathroom,
I am confused
all the
right now.
doors upstairs opened, so I kind of legged it out
So
at
he
house
kind of got
that
the bug
night.
for it, and then
It
started
was
doing it in his
that,
home.
again, scared the shit
Yeah.
out of me, but who wouldn't?
It's very addicting.
We went to, so getting on to like where we are now, we went to Romania. We took I think it were about 25 guests, 26. We did like close to a week there, visited loads of amazing places, stayed in Bucharest. From Bucharest we went to Snagoff Monastery, where Vlad the Impaler's headless body, so called. Then we travelled up to Transylvania. We stayed in Bran, lovely, like hotel in countryside. We hired Bran Castle out for the night. I think it was like 9 o'clock till 2, 3, 4 in the morning. And that was an amazing ghost hunt. That place is like, one, it's beautiful, but two, it is scary, creepy. It's not like castles over here. It's just this different level.
Really addicted to
and the main thing what happened that night was Stacey got like proper scared.
Completely invited it.
When
Yes.
you're walking around Bran
Completely
Castle,
invited
there's like a secret. I keep seeing something whizzing by. There's like a secret door what leads up. Like there's a door, and it's just stairs carved into the stone. And she said she was going up there because we was in the room upstairs, and it felt like someone was chasing her up there. We'd done, again, Stacey always came on the ghost hunts with us. She kind of managed them when we were out for the events, but I'd never seen her scared like that ever before. She was, it was almost like she was having a panic attack.
He totally created this himself. Absolutely created himself.
What's that? That's coming from upstairs. It's only me, Luna. It can only be that.
See, a lot happens right in that corner. I don't know
Yeah.
where the curtains are though. So I don't know where in that first one. Maybe it was. I don't know.
Oh, you know what? I wasn't paying any attention to the curtains.
Well, just
Nose is
remember the
kicked off
first
the
video
banging.
with the curtains and the
Oh my god. You won't be able to see, I've just been stood there. I looked sideways and I've seen something stood outside a minute with me. Reflection in the mirror, in the telly.
You can feel.
Yeah,
his
so
paranoia.
yes.
Stacey was absolutely petrified. It was, I'd call it more or less a full-blown panic attack. We got home and it wasn't long after that things started happening in the house. Now, also, Olivia was gifted a so-called haunted doll. And they were kind of around the same time. And I initially thought it was the doll what had caused it. So
I'm guessing Olivia is the daughter.
one
think
day
so.
I
And
took
they
it and I threw it at
Let
barbecue
her
and
have
burned
a
it.
supposedly haunted doll.
And buried it. Did I bury it? Or I think I just threw ashes away, or someone might have took them. I'm not too sure. So, in like with how it actually started, I keep feeling things. With how it actually started, again, a lot revolves around the toilet with me. I was sat in the toilet, and when you feel someone looking at you or you hear someone, like I knew there was someone outside the toilet, and I'd opened the door and there was no one there, and then that started progressing from me opening the door to the door opening and things like that. So it wasn't like things were just being thrown around and things were going crazy. It was really, really gradual. And I think we put up with it for 2-3 months, maybe a bit more, I'm not sure. Then it started escalating, so we closed the events down. at that point we had events running in UK, US and across Europe. So we closed all that down to focus on family
events,
and
they were out.
try and get things straight.
Ghost hunting?
And then that's
I'm
really
guessing
it. We started uploading our footage to YouTube. And here we
His
are.
paranoia is
Yes.
With-
heartbreaking.
Not too sure how long it's been going on.
Paranoia,
2,
and
3
he wants
years.
there to be something.
Yes.
We had 9 months
Yes.
of peace
They go hand
after
in hand.
the first blessing and second, and now it's just 3 blessings a week. The priest who comes round wants to step it up to 5 blessings, but he doesn't have the time, so he's looking for a colleague who can come round and start upping the ante, so to speak.
If you know this person, have him get in contact with
There's
us.
definitely
if he wants
something
that
around
cleared,
there.
we can totally get that cleared.
Absolutely.
But he's going to need therapy too.
Yes. Oh, yes.
It's not just the house.
Yeah, anyway,
He needs to be cleared.
that's just a quick overview of things that have been
Grief
happening,
counseling.
Yes.
how it
You
started.
will
I
need
will
grief
go
counselling.
into more detail. If anybody has any particular specific questions, leave them in the comments below, and when I do the full video, I will
But he doesn't want
answer
it
them for
cleared.
you.
He
So
doesn't
I'm
want
going to
this
set
to
the camera up now on the tripod over there. That's where we have it now. And if anything happens, you'll probably see me asleep. So thanks for watching, guys.
This Earthie has become so much more powerful through all of this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he is not the same English gentleman that we encountered before.
No. He is not the happy-go-lucky
No.
English chap kicking up his heels. No.
No.
I agree. It feels like there was a real shift. He gained so much.
Yeah. And this guy has
Power.
created a poltergeist. You think?
I think so. I think that's part of what that first banging was. It's quite possibly what this banging is.
Oh, absolutely. That's what that is. Yeah.
He's so disorganized. It's almost like his,
Yeah.
okay, at a cellular level, he is disorganized.
Yes.
She was my
Yes.
wife.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who was your wife? Who was your wife?
You took her from me.
I didn't take anyone.
What is this thing that is some sort of spirit box?
Guessing.
What
Who?
I get is they're trying to piss
Tell me who you want. You've got the wrong
the
person.
English guy, whatever's trying to piss him off now. He likes that energy of him being mad, so he's trying to get him pissed off.
I found her here.
When he gets pissed off, the poltergeist,
Yes.
I found her.
and then he gets, ooh,
Who?
ooh. Okay. There is a, whew, that triangle of
Yeah.
when he is agitated,
Mm-hmm.
the poltergeist did form.
Yes.
When he's agitated, the poltergeist acts out.
Yeah.
Because he can't, right? He's the dude.
Right.
The poltergeist acts out.
Yes.
That English Earthie feeds. He feeds off of him too, but he feeds off of that poltergeist.
Mm-hmm.
There is a very wicked triangle
Yep.
that has happened between them.
Yes. So this is why, in my opinion, he said that the priest comes around, whatever, not because it's this guy needs therapy. This living dude, he needs treatment. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's that inner, he's got some trauma in the trauma bonding, which is and no fault of, please, there's no fault of his own. This happens.
And we all have trauma. We all have wounding.
Every one of us.
It doesn't matter.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
part of the gig.
Yes. But with, or I should say but, however, or and. It has created all of this. Yeah. So, wow. Okay.
Who have you found? Use that device again. Tell me who. Tell me your name.
My wife.
My wife. Your wife isn't here. Can you tell me what your wife is called? Can you tell me her name? Can you tell me your wife's name? Do you think your wife is Stacey?
He's so invested.
So invested. It's really sad. It's very sad. This is the time he should be spending this time with his family, with his wife, with his children. You shouldn't, being up all night chasing something you can't see and creating this is just, it's very sad. Very sad. Very sad. Very sad.
I just turned it off. That has left me confused, and that tee-hee then.
Yeah.
That's off. And unplugged. It's banging right out. Something in the kitchen woke me up. That started. If that goes off again, I'm leaving now because it's unplugged and that would just be creepy. I don't know where that banging's coming from. Sounds like kitchen, but there's not a thing out of place, so.
He sleeps right there with it, right where, he just is encouraging it. He wants it so badly. That bond is very solid.
That addiction is,
Yes.
ooh,
Yes.
Bad.
Yes.
Bad.
Okay.
Oof.
Yes.
Oh.
That's very sad. Okay.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Oof. Man.
Yeah.
So, very obvious to me that his health, maybe not physical. Yeah, I'm pretty sure his physical
It'll
health,
end up physical
if it hasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything else though, he's slow, he's disoriented,
Mm-hmm.
he's
Paranoid.
scattered,
Yeah.
and searching.
Yes.
He's still in that search mode. Like,
He can't wait for that next thing to happen.
yeah, it's not just, ooh, paranoid, I thought I saw something. It's, ooh, what did I just see?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
like
heartbreaking.
And there's a piece of it that's like thrill seeking. He has to have
Mm-hmm.
it bigger and better the next time. Kind of like a drug addict. You have to take more next time and more next time because you get used to whatever that particular dosage, however
and
that works.
You could tell he turned off the machine and then he unplugged it. So he knows that he's...
But he wanted something so badly to happen after he did all that.
Yeah. He's not managing well.
No.
He knows that.
No.
Yet, he
Yeah.
can't stop it. He
Right.
cannot stop himself at this point.
No. It's really sad. Very, very sad. This is probably one of the worst cases we have. Well, certainly in the video, we have not seen a video where someone has been this bad. We have gone to people's homes at some point, and they just we know the history because they've talked to us about it. Their spouse or someone has told us what this person has gone through, but this to actually watch it is really sad. This man needs energy healing and therapy. He's going to end up losing everything. He's going to end up losing everything to this. I don't know what he has lost thus far, but I'll bet he's missing out on life.
He is missing out on life.
His children are missing out on a dad. His wife is missing out on a husband. It's not.
Now this is no judgment. You could see in the home though, clothes hanging over banisters.
Yes, very messy.
It was messy compared to the other videos. Not that we saw a lot of the home, but we did see some of the home.
And also less stuff.
Yes.
Less furniture and stuff, right? I mean, it seemed like, I thought there was more one of the other times when you walked through.
It could be.
So I don't know what's going on, but messy.
Yeah. It's very unkempt. So you can see the decline happening throughout.
And it's really sad that this is all for the world to see. Whoever wants to watch this poor man decline like this, it's all on video. It's very, very sad. It's also a cautionary tale.
It is
a very cautionary tale.
It is, exactly. And part of me really wants to say thank you for being so vulnerable.
Yes.
Because this is a real lesson for people.
There's going to
what can and will happen. And
someday there's going to be a realization of all of those years that he's been doing this. And I do hope that he gets help and etc. But there will be that time, and hopefully he documents that as well.
Oh, wouldn't that be fabulous?
Yes, him healing from
this. Oh my gosh.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, I got chills.
Yes.
That would be so
And we would
fabulous.
love to be the ones to help him with
Oh my
that.
gosh. That would be a real honor.
It would be very much an honor.
And just the little bit that we've watched.
Yes.
To see that the decline.
Yeah. Very sad.
So
very sad. So yes, definitely he has created a poltergeist there. There is an earthie there.
Yep.
There's nothing demonic.
No, but I will say that earthie has gotten powerful enough, and I have to believe he likes him to think that he's demonic.
Yes.
He's gotten powerful enough.
Well, it has to evolve, right? It can't stay the same because it gets boring if it stays the same. You don't get the same thrill. The same, it's very sad. So I don't know. Something's going to happen. My guess from doing this as long as we've done it, he's going to fall ill and have to go. He's lots of trips to the hospital. There's a lot of things but it's going to be him getting physically ill before something is done. Before something is done. Yeah.
I agree.
So, well, thank you for suggesting these videos.
Yeah, this was for me. This was kind of cool to do. The
we got to see how
and since they were short, we were able to do that.
Yes.
So let us know.
Yes.
Let us know what you thought of that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it would work in other scenarios. It might not. I don't know. Anyway, we hope you liked it. I don't know.
Yeah. And please reach out to us if you have activity in your home, if you need a healing, if there's something that you need, theconsciousspirit.net. And you can also ask us to put you on our mailing list.
Yes.
Because we're going to start doing, again, like we've talked about, group things. And so they'll be out there.
Yeah. Because the website, not really good at keeping that, up to the minute current. So try as we might.
Yeah. So thank you so much for taking this ride with us.
Yeah. This was interesting. So thank you.
Thank you.
Take care, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.